every major character in Wednesday, Netflix's Gothic hit fully explored. Let's be honest, what really makes Wednesday on Netflix click isn't just the Gothic vibes or the spooky mysteries. It's the characters. Whether they're creepy, kooky, mysterious, or altogether okay, each one brings their own twisted charm. So let's dive into the entire cast of misfits, monsters, and mayhem-makers that make Wednesday such a massive hit.
The only person who gets to torture my brother is me.
Wednesday Addams, the heart of the show. She's deadpan, brilliantly sarcastic, unapologetically dark, and smarter than half the adults around her. Wednesday Addams, played masterfully by Jenna Ortega, is the backbone of this series. But this isn't the same Wednesday we've seen in cartoons or movies. Netflix's Wednesday gives her layers. She's a budding detective, a psychic with terrifying visions, and someone awkwardly figuring out emotions she swears she doesn't have. What's refreshing? She's not just the goth girl stereotype. She's got ambition, emotional intelligence in her own twisted way, and isn't afraid to call out hypocrisy, whether it's from her school, her parents, or the monsters hiding in the woods. Her psychic abilities aren't just a quirky side plot, they actually help her piece together the mystery at Nevermore, all while wrestling with a dark legacy she didn't choose.
Welcome to Ophelia Hall. Not a hugger.
Enid Sinclair, the rainbow to Wednesday's thunderstorm. Enid is everything Wednesday isn't. Colorful, bubbly, optimistic, and extremely social. But don't let that fool you. She's also fiercely loyal, brave, and trying to prove herself as a late-blooming werewolf. Played by Emma Myers, Enid starts as Wednesday's roommate at Nevermore Academy, and their dynamic is gold. Enid calls Wednesday out on her coldness. Wednesday, in turn, challenges Enid to toughen up. By the end of Season 1, Enid's transformation, literally and emotionally, becomes one of the most satisfying arcs. She becomes a full-fledged werewolf and saves Wednesday during the finale battle, proving her strength without sacrificing her empathy. Their friendship, one of the strongest in the series. Fans even coined one Claire for good reason. Tyler Galpin, the hide behind the smile. Tyler begins as the charming normie, barista, and sheriff's son who shows interest in Wednesday. He seems kind, sweet, and just emotionally wounded enough to be mysterious. But by the end, we realize he's far more dangerous. Played by Hunter Dewin, Tyler is revealed to be the Hyde, an actual monster manipulated into violence. And he hides it incredibly well, lulling both Wednesday and the audience into a false sense of trust. His betrayal hurts Wednesday deeply, not just because of romance, but because she opened up to him. That's rare for her. Tyler's duality, charming guy versus monstrous killer, adds tension and heartbreak. He's not just a villain. He's a symbol of the dangers of misreading people's true nature.
I doubt Wednesday isn't...
Admit it, you're a little impressed.
Xavier Thorpe, the mysterious artist. Xavier is a psychic artist with a brooding edge. Played by Percy Hines White, he's a student at Nevermore with the ability to bring his drawings to life, a creative power that feels both beautiful and haunting. Throughout the season, Xavier oscillates between being a red herring and a genuinely supportive friend. He's got a past with Wednesday. He clearly cares for her, but he also carries his own demons, literally and figuratively. He's moody, yes, but also emotionally intelligent and more transparent than others give him credit for. Unlike Tyler, Xavier never pretends to be someone else. He just struggles to live in a world that constantly misunderstands his abilities.
8 schools in 5 years. Nevermore doesn't usually accept students.
Principal Larissa Weems, the Ice Queen with secrets. Gwendolyn Christie is brilliant as Principal Weems, a towering figure of poise, intelligence, and suspicion. She's the head of Nevermore Academy and an old classmate of Morticia Addams. Weems is always watching, always calculating. She genuinely wants what's best for Nevermore, but she's got secrets of her own, most notably her shape-shifting ability and her obsessive desire to keep the school's reputation intact. What makes Weems so fascinating is her constant tightrope walk between mentor and manipulator. She respects Wednesday, even protects her at times, but she also sees her as a threat to Nevermore's stability. Her eventual death is both shocking and tragic. It reveals that Weems, for all her flaws, genuinely cared about the future of her students.
The name comes from a line from my favorite nursery rhyme. Wednesday's child is full of what?
Morticia and Gomez Addams, parents with a shadowy past. The Addams parents are iconic, and Wednesday gives us a slightly different take on them. Catherine Zeta-Jones as Morticia is elegant, mysterious, and surprisingly warm. Luis Guzman as Gomez is emotional, proud, and devoted. In this series, we get a peek into their past, including a murder mystery that directly ties into the present. Turns out, the Addams family's history is way messier than we thought. Morticia's psychic powers are passed down to Wednesday. She sees her daughter's potential, but worries about her emotional distance. Gomez, meanwhile, wants to protect her, but isn't always great at reading her signals. They're still the oddball couple we love, but this time with more depth, conflict, and history.
Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester, the wild card. Fred Armisen brings chaotic joy to the role of Uncle Fester. He's unpredictable, electrifying, literally, and just the breath of weird air Wednesday needs when things get too intense. Fester's not just comic relief. He's a reminder that the Addams family thrives on weirdness and loyalty. His appearance helps Wednesday escape danger, find new leads, and reconnect with her roots. And yeah, he's also wanted by the law for robbery and other fun crimes. Typical Fester.
Oh, Thing.
Thing, the most expressive hand in TV history. Who knew a disembodied hand could steal so many scenes? Thing is more than just a gimmick. He's a fully developed character with loyalty, sass, and surprising emotional range. Played by hand actor Victor Dorobantu, Thing becomes Wednesday's closest companion. He helps with investigations, provides comic timing, and even gets stabbed, yes, stabbed, for his troubles. Thing's dynamic with Wednesday is one of the show's strongest relationships. It's part sibling, part sidekick, part emotional support creature. And somehow it works. Bianca Barkley, the queen bee with depth. Bianca starts off as the icy mean girl. She's smart, beautiful, confident, and initially kind of insufferable. But as the series unfolds, Joy Sunday's character becomes one of the most interesting students at Nevermore. Bianca's a siren, meaning she has powers of persuasion. That makes her intimidating, but it also puts pressure on her to constantly prove her worth without relying on her abilities. We also learn she's stuck under the control of a cult-like group her mother's involved with. That vulnerability humanizes her. She's not a villain. She's a girl trying to escape a manipulative past and build a future on her own terms. By the end of the season, Bianca isn't just an ally, she's a force. Her arc shows how even the most polished characters can be battling demons underneath. Sheriff Galpin, the normie with a grudge. Tyler's dad, Sheriff Donovan Galpin, is one of the few adult normies in Jericho, and he's deeply suspicious of Nevermore. Played by Jamie McShane, he's gruff, bitter, and carrying a big grudge against the Addams family. Galpin's hostility isn't just prejudice. It's personal. His wife died under mysterious circumstances, and he blames Nevermore and the supernatural for the town's problems. He's not an outright villain, but he's a roadblock, an example of how authority often misreads what's really going on. His strained relationship with Tyler also adds tragedy to the twist, as he realizes too late who his son really is. Marilyn Thornhill, the real mastermind. Now, let's talk about Christina Ricci's Marilyn Thornhill, because, oh boy, this twist hit hard. She comes across as the friendly botany teacher, the one adult at Nevermore who genuinely supports Wednesday. But as it turns out, she's Laurel Gates, a member of a vengeful local family believed to be dead. She's been pulling the strings all along, manipulating Tyler, reviving old grudges, and leading the attack against Nevermore's outcasts. What makes Thornhill so chilling is how convincing she is. She doesn't seem evil. She seems reasonable, supportive. That's what makes her betrayal feel so personal, for Wednesday and for us. Final thoughts, a cast of icons. What's brilliant about Wednesday is that no character is wasted. Everyone has a secret, everyone has an arc, and everyone fits into the larger themes of identity, acceptance, and the blurry line between hero and monster. Whether it's Wednesday learning to open up, Enid embracing her werewolf side, or Bianca finding power outside of manipulation, this show uses its characters to explore what it means to be different in a world that fears difference. And that's what makes Wednesday such a powerful and addictive series.